Hi, this is Amie at the Virtual Planetarium at Raritan Valley Community College. Let's take a look at some of the things we can see in the sky for the week of February 21st, 2021. I'll start with our sun. This week, the sun is rising around 6:35 a.m. and setting around 5:45 p.m. We have a full moon coming up on February 27th, a last quarter moon on March 5th, and a new moon on March 13th. In the United States, February is Black History Month. It got that designation because the birthdays of the esteemed Black abolitionist Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln fall during this month. The NAACP was also founded in February, on February 12, 1909. This week, I'd like to share a star pattern with you that helped guide hundreds of people to freedom before the Civil War. If we look in the northern sky around 9 p.m., we see the familiar star pattern of the Big Dipper. There are 7 stars, all about the same brightness. Dubhe, Merak, Phecda, and Migres form the bowl. Alioth, Mizar, and Alcade form the handle. The Big Dipper is not a constellation. It's an asterism, which is a picture inside of an official constellation. The Big Dipper is part of the Great Bear, or Ursa Major, if you prefer the Latin name. These stars have been seen by cultures throughout the Northern Hemisphere for thousands of years. Their brightness and proximity to each other mean that many people have grouped them together to be part of a picture. But not everyone plays connect the dots the same way. While we in the United States see a Big Dipper, in Germany they call it a wagon. In Ireland and England, it's a plough. In northern England, it's a butcher's cleaver. The Iroquois Native Americans saw it as a bear being followed by 3 hunters. In Arabian lore, the Big Dipper is associated with funerals. The bowl represents a coffin, and the 3 stars in the handle are mourners following behind it. The Inuit call it the caribou. In China, it was the Emperor's chariot. When you use your imagination, what do you see? In the southern United States, in the early to mid-1800s, slaves called these stars the drinking gourd. Slavery was awful, but legal at the time. Slaves, even children, often worked to exhaustion. They could be beaten, sold, and families were separated. It was not good to be a slave. Many slaves escaped north, trying to get to the free states or to Canada where slavery was illegal. A network of trails and people to help the slaves came to be known as the Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman was born into slavery in Maryland, but escaped when she was about 27 years old. She became a conductor on the Underground Railroad, guiding about 70 people as far north as Canada. She even came through New Jersey. Slaves in Alabama and Mississippi learned a song that gave directions and landmarks to lead them to the Ohio River and then farther north to safety in Canada. They knew to keep the drinking gourd in front of them, and they would head northward. You can learn to use the drinking gourd to find north today, just as travelers have done for hundreds of years. Once you find the Big Dipper in the sky, draw a line through the 2 stars in the bowl of the dipper that are farthest from the handle. Dubhe, not Cosmos, that's a satellite. So Merak and Dubhe. Draw a line through them, and they point you right to Polaris, the North Star. Polaris is almost directly above the Earth's North Pole. So as the Earth rotates, Let's get the Earth to rotate. Speed up time. You can see that Polaris appears to stand still while all of the other stars go around it. So since Polaris is standing still and it's right over the Earth's North Pole, it is pointing north. So we know we are facing north when we find Polaris in the sky. Well, that's our sky for this week. Thanks for joining me in our virtual planetarium. Please subscribe to our channel and like our video. Please share it with your friends. We look forward to seeing you in the real planetarium in the future. But until then, keep looking up.